Hello, world. It is Friday, July 24th. It's another warm day in Defiance, but the humidity was down quite a bit this morning. I did get out and enjoy some coffee in my backyard, playing with the dogs and enjoying the relatively cool weather. Humidity makes a huge difference when it's down. Today's devotional is How Can We Sing? And it's written by Vicki Kemper. And it's based upon Psalm 137, verses 1 through 4, New Revised Standard Version. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, and there we wept. On the willows, there we hung up our harps. For there our captors asked us for songs, and our tormentors asked for mirth, saying, Sing us one of the songs of Zion. How could we sing the Lord's song in a foreign land? And Vicki writes, Many of us are distraught about singing these days, wondering when and how we will be able to sing God's song together in this strange pandemic. More to the psalmist's point for those of us who are white. When will we stop asking our siblings who experience marginalization and exile to sing our songs our way? When will we stop demanding tunes of acquiescence in the face of injustice? When will we recognize that we white folk are Babylonian captors of this psalm? Chances are this psalm has nothing to do with singing. It's a lament about how difficult it is to flourish when hearts have been broken, how hard it is to hope when spirits have been crushed, and how exhausting it is for those treated as exiles to hold on to the holiness of who they are when they have to struggle every day to prove that their lives matter. Perhaps white folks' experience of the brief pandemic exile from worshiping and singing together, our separation from loved ones and so much that we love, will open our hearts more fully to the pain of our oppressed neighbors. Who's to say what music our hearts will make when the someday of justice is now? In Vicki's prayer, forgive us for failing to honor our neighbors' songs. Teach us to sing and live the music of justice and equality. Amen. Well, Vicki's devotional brings to mind a lot of things for me, and one of them is a phrase I've heard often lately, which is first world problems. And by that, it means that we in the first world, who live in an industrialized nation, often don't recognize problems that people in developing countries might have. And so when we feel oppressed in the first world, or what feels like oppression to us in the first world, or loss in the first world, are concepts that people in developing nations have absolutely no knowledge of. I'm part of a running group on Facebook, and I have a Garmin watch that tracks my exercises and that sort of thing. And recently Garmin's website was hacked, so their servers are down. So we can't upload our exercise into the Garmin web and share them with people on Facebook and other things. And there's people who are really upset about that. That's a first world problem. Having their website down doesn't stop me from exercising, doesn't stop me from doing the things that I'm doing. I still know what I do. So being upset about not being able to upload your exercise into the web, that's a first world problem. And that's an ignorance of what real suffering and oppression look like for real people. And that's one of the things I've been hearing too from a podcast series I've been following from a group called Down the Wormhole, and addressing racism specifically in terms of science, technology, and religion and faith. Being white, we have no knowledge or experience of the oppression of not being white. And saying that we don't see color is, in a way, racist in and of itself, because people who are not white don't have the option of not seeing color. Been a lot of interesting, thought-provoking things in that podcast that I'm still processing and still learning about my own privilege, I guess you'd say. But one of the most important things I think that have come out of it is learning to listen to others and learning to do the work of understanding our own situation and our own privilege for ourselves, and not relying on those people of color, other people of color, not relying on asking them to point out our issues for us. We need to do our own work. And then part of that work is listening to other people's songs, listening to our neighbors' songs, and then learning to sing and live the music of justice and equality with them, in support of them. A lot to think about, but check it out if you're into podcasts, Down the Wormhole. They also have a Facebook page that links to their podcasts. They're interesting and thought-provoking. And it's a way to listen and learn and grow. Take care, and hopefully talk to you tomorrow. If not, talk to you on Monday. And maybe check out our Facebook Live video from St. John United Church of Christ in Defiance on Sunday. Take care. Talk to you soon.